Welcome to this video. In this one, I'm going to share with you how to sign your next 5 to 10 clients without months of nurturing or endless follow-up. Okay, so this exact strategy will help you stop wasting time on long back and forth conversations and finally speed up your sales process in selling your coaching service. Okay, so who is this for? Okay, this is for you if you're posting content endlessly but not getting enough inquiries or calls booked. Maybe you're constantly watching videos online or you bought courses or you've joined programs before but it didn't work. Okay, it doesn't fit your personality or whatever. Okay, so now you start doubting yourself, can I really make this work? And you don't know if you can really get results from doing this. Okay, and so what you need right now is you need to have momentum, especially if you've been stuck for a while, you've lost that momentum, and so maybe you're hard on yourself. Okay, how can I bounce back from here? Okay, and you probably need as well clarity. I think I'm doing the right things, everything, but why it's not working? I will share with you why it's not working in the succeeding slides. Okay? Maybe you're doing the right things, but not in the right sequence. Okay? Because it's really important, like you do the right sequencing of tasks so you don't feel overwhelmed and you get results. And the next is accountability, especially when you're trying to build your own business. When you don't have a boss, okay, yes, you have time freedom, but you don't have a boss. When you don't have a boss, there will be times where you will delay making hard decisions for your business. No one's gonna push you. You need to do it or else this will happen. Okay? So if you don't have that strong discipline, strong voice inside your head that this has to be done, you're not self-accountable, it's so hard to make things done, to accomplish things. Okay? So that's what I will share with you. I will walk you through what exactly you need to be doing to be focusing on in the next succeeding weeks. So you can really get results. Okay? So in order to sign your next 5 to 10 clients without months of nurturing or endless follow-up, you need to understand three things, okay? You need to understand the buyer's belief journey, know when people commit to change, and you need to learn a strategy on how to speed up your sales process. All right? Sales process meaning from a stranger to a potential client booking a call with you, okay? So first of all, I'm curious. Have you ever been in a park and then all of a sudden a stranger's already opening up, sharing their whole life story to you? You're not doing anything, but wanna know why they easily open up? Because they are sold with your energy. They can explain it, but you're giving off this silent signal. It's safe to connect with me. Okay? So in short, you are a trust magnet. So how can you bring this energetic experience online so people can learn to trust you before you even offer them anything? You need to learn trust magnet selling. So you need to understand the buyer's belief journey. You need to know when people commit to change, and you need a strategy to speed up your sales process. Because when do you want clients? Next month, next year, now. Okay? So first is the buyer's belief journey. So why you need to understand this, okay? Because a lot of coaches, when they're trying to sell their coaching online, they're pushing strangers to commit. Book a call with me. Okay? Without building enough trust first, when in reality, wait, you're a stranger on the other side of the world. Like, who are you? I don't know you. Okay? So you need to understand that people go through series of steps before they make a buying decision. Okay? And besides, the business model of coaching one-on-one is very reactive. Like, what exactly you need help with? I can help you with that. And it's so hard to sell something if it's not tangible enough. Especially with the competition right now. You're not the only coach out there selling services to people, especially with YouTube, with courses, and from other people around the world. Okay? So you just created another new 9 to 5 and maybe you're underpaid and overworked, and it's not a scalable business if you don't have a clear signature offer you're selling to people. It's like try to think your service as a product. You need to make it tangible so people can see, this is what you're selling, this is what you're going to provide me, the benefits, what I will get. This is for me. Okay? Without a clear signature niche offer, you will be stuck in selling your time. And that's not a scalable business model. And once you have a clear signature offer, you can show a repeatable success story for your clients. So that's the biggest problem. If you try to be everything to everyone, you help this person with this thing, you help this person with this thing, this thing, this thing, this thing. So what exactly do you help people with? Just like this one, this can help you have this and this. Okay, so Our job is to make it tangible for people to grasp, oh, this is exactly what I will get when I work with you. So you're not trading time for money, especially if you don't want to do one-on-one coaching forever. Okay? That's why people need to go through series of steps, okay, in order to commit. Okay? So here are the three steps. First is discover. So here, people are problem unaware, but if you tell them that you have a solution for a certain problem, okay, that's an opportunity. Tell me more. Okay? So here, the trigger for people to change is you need to sell what exactly is the problem. A lot of people, they simply jump straight into pitching, hey, you need to do this and this. Like, okay, I don't understand yet. Why do I need to do that? So there's no reason for them to take action. So they won't take action. Okay? You need to solve the problem first. Okay? Because most people, they are only aware of the symptoms of their problem. So they need to gain clarity on what their real problems are, the root cause, the source of their struggles or pain. So as much as possible, it's your job, it's our job to connect the dots for them. Okay? So if you can show people proof that their problems can be solved, okay, through your personal stories or your client testimonials, better. Okay. The next step here is consider. So people now here are problem aware and solution aware. The trigger for change here is we need to sell the promise. Okay, so what exactly do you promise people? So here, in order for people to change, okay, we need to agitate their pain. So they have a reason to act now or to lean in. Okay, tell me more. All right. So we can talk about the common mistakes, misconceptions, and outdated strategies they're probably using or doing right now that's sabotaging their progress. Okay. And then next is we need to amplify their dreams and desire what's possible. Because a lot of people, they're stuck in learned helplessness. Are you familiar with that term, learned helplessness, where they feel like that's possible for you, but not for me? All right. So if people don't feel that it's possible for them, they won't take action. Okay, so as much as possible, we give them quick wins, actionable strategies time to time, so they can feel like, okay, I'm making progress because I'm getting so much value from this person. Oh, I'm slightly changing. Like, wow. Okay, so another way is we can share metaphors and stories or insights to remove their pain. Okay, so next is commit, where people are solution aware and you aware. So here, we need to sell your process. A lot of coaches, they don't talk about their process. Like, how exactly can you help people? Like, just solve problems, solve problems, solve problems. Like, okay, so what's your process? Because maybe I've tried this before, I've tried that before, it didn't work. And so, how exactly can you help me? Okay, so and then if you're not addressing people's skepticism in hiring help or objections, or you don't share detailed case studies, past clients who've gone through the same challenges and now they transform their lives because they work with you, they won't commit. So we need to create contents for different stages. So we have to meet them where they're currently at. And a lot of coaches, they feel like, oh, I'm creating so much value. Wait, are you creating different levels of content? Are you creating different levels of value for different people? Maybe you're not. Okay, so that's the big one. The biggest problem I often see for a lot of coaches. They're too focused with creating contents for people in the discover stage or consider stage, but they don't talk about so much about addressing skepticism or objections or sharing their process, why that process will work for them. Especially if they've tried it before, it didn't work. Like, what's the difference? Okay, so here, these are the three-step process to effortlessly attract people. Okay, trust magnet. Okay, next is the 4 seasons when people commit to change. So when you get this right and you understand it fully, okay, this can help you set the right expectations and intentions. And for us coaches, we know that the biggest source of frustration if we set high expectation, okay, and then it didn't happen. Okay, so we're setting ourselves up for failure. And so we don't want that. So I will share with you the psychology when people commit to change. So, okay, I will have more realistic expectation. And then you will go back to your intention. So what will be your intention? Because expectation, it's rooted to your intention. Okay, so in order to work on that expectation, we go back to your intention. If you set the right intention, you will feel less frustrated when you do certain actions and didn't go as expected. Okay. And then once you understand this as well, you can balance short-term planning versus long-term planning because sometimes We're too focused in getting clients, getting clients, getting clients. Wait, you need to map out your entire strategy first. Okay, so you can acknowledge people. You don't go against how people actually buy, so you don't get frustrated. Okay, and then you can evaluate strategically. Okay, so this is the four seasons when people commit to change. So if you will notice, it's divided into four quadrants. So if you will notice on the left side, the reasons when people commit now. Okay? When they're hurt enough, they have to. When they've seen enough, they're inspired to. Okay? On the right side, they are more willing to commit in the future. Okay? So that's why if you will notice, a lot of people, they're really using pain point marketing, right? Because they want clients right now. So it's just the buyer psychology. So if you're not really into that, like really pain point marketing, there are different strategies to leverage in order to make a sale. Okay. But if you really want stable, predictable, sustainable business, you really need to solve an urgent, painful, immediate problem and not a problem that people can delay maybe next year, next month. Like that's not going to be sustainable. If you want repeatable income month to month, you need to solve a problem that's in demand right now. You can't make a problem. It's hard when you're making problem out of scratch. Like, I will try help people with this. Like, if they're not aware, you will be doing a lot of work convincing people. Like, hey, you need to work on this. Like, so instead of doing that, what are the current painful problems people are experiencing right now? Then I will offer a solution for that specific problem right now. That's the fastest way to build a highly profitable business. Okay? You're actually solving people's painful problems right now. Okay? So here, as much as possible, we agitate their pain. We tell them the cost of inaction. Because most people, they don't fully recognize the depth of their problem or the need for a solution right now. So it's your job to do that. To agitate pain, tell them the cost of inaction. The next season is when they've seen enough, they're inspired to. So people here, they need hope and inspiration that improving their situation is possible. Okay? If you're just simply telling people, hey, do this, do this, do this, do this, like just how to, tips, 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 like, are you acknowledging my pain? Like, okay? So I really need some hope, some inspiration. Amplify my desire. Help me dream bigger. Show proof that it's also possible for me. Okay? Then next season is when they learn enough, they actually want to change. Okay? So if you can show people your process, how exactly will you help them? Then you address their skepticisms or objections. The reason it didn't work is because of this and this and this. Okay, it makes sense. Okay, I learned more. Okay, maybe I'm more open to seek help. Okay, so people may have concerns or doubts about whether it will work for them. So it's your job to address their objections. Okay, last season is when they received enough, they are able to. So as much as possible for a lot of people, if it's not really painful enough, okay, so maybe they're more likely to delay it. But if they have the resources, if they get so much value by simply consuming your content, or maybe they attended your workshops or they get your free resources or you offer them any low commitment offers, workshops or mini courses or videos like this, they're more likely to consider working with you. But maybe not now, but maybe commit in the future because who's that person who helped me did this before? That coach. Okay? So your job here is to stay on top of mind until they're ready to buy. That's why we give constantly giving, and then asking. Giving, asking. Giving, asking. Okay? But we're not forcing anyone. Okay? We're simply sharing an opportunity. Okay, here's an opportunity. You can take it or not. Okay? So that's our goal to constantly give people until they're ready to buy. Okay? The next step here is how to speed up your sales process using trust magnet selling. So why you need to understand this is because you don't have to wait people to book a call with you. Okay? Instead, you focus on creating more opportunities that will trigger conversations with people. Instead of chasing people and feeling needy, okay, you let them come to you through your contents and then you have a strategy to trigger a conversation with them. How exactly can you do that? Here's how. If you will notice on the left side, the stages, on the right side is the strategy. Remember, I shared earlier the three stages: discover, consider, commit. Discover, I need to fix this now. So the more urgent the pain that needs solving, they're more likely to seek help. then consider, you need to show proof, or you need to address their objections, or you need to inspire them, give them hope that once they try this, it will work for them. And then lastly, commit. Okay, I feel like you can help, but tell me more. How exactly will you do that? On the right side, we have strategy for each stage. Okay, so first, discover stage. Our goal is to shift from simply sharing information, hey, do this, or try this. Instead of simply sharing, focus on problem solving. Okay? Remember, people will always think what's in it for me. Unless you have a reputation already, now they will care what you're talking about. But if you're no one yet, they won't listen. So when you're starting out, you want more clients, you need to focus on problem solving. A lot of coaches out there, okay, they focus on, I'm sharing this, I'm doing that. Like, okay, I get it. You're doing that. But why would I care? Unless there's already trust built there, I won't care. So you need to focus first on solving people's problem. And that's the foundation of creating binge-worthy contents. Later, I'll share that further. The next is we use hand raiser, stories, and DMs. And then for commit stage is a call success flow and follow-up sequence on emails or you manually following up with people. I'll go deeper on each stage. Okay? So let's start first with binge-worthy content. So huge mistakes a lot of coaches make when creating content is they're too focused in sharing facts, quotes, information people can search on Google instead of problem solving. So it doesn't matter how many contents you create. If you're too focused on sharing just facts, like here are the traits of a leader, like okay, so what? Here are the top tips, like okay, so what? You need to give people context. You need to solve a problem. So okay, people will get value. So that's what value is. I get value, not information, because it solves a problem. Okay. Next one, a lot of coaches they create standalone content, meaning you create it once and then you dump it. Create it once, then dump it. So you're always creating new contents, new contents, new contents. So this will lead you to burnout. So you don't want that. Instead, it's more like how can we create binge-worthy content? Short, but will make people keep wanting for more. Because sometimes you're fighting the algorithm. Instagram is not a platform for really further diving in people's, hey, I will share with you everything on this one post. Okay, so it's so hard to do that. Okay, that's not the main goal of Instagram. So you really have to acknowledge what's the algorithm here. It's like a game. If you don't know the rules, you can't win. All right. If you're fighting against the rules, you can't win. So okay, we need to acknowledge. Okay, how does this algorithm works? All right. So they reward people who create short, bite-sized contents. Okay, but I cannot give so much value by doing that, by following that. So we lead people elsewhere. Okay? And then we create binge-worthy content promoting that thing, redirecting people elsewhere. Okay? That's where we will show our process, give more information, longer form content. Okay? So our goal when creating binge-worthy content is to make people feel satisfied but never full so they keep coming for more. Just like what YouTube videos are doing for people. Like, can you imagine people watching 30 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours, 4 hours of videos, and then they watch the next, watch the next, watch the next, watch the next. Why are you watching long form videos? And then on Instagram, you can't watch a short bite-sized video? It's psychology. So once you understand what makes people binge a YouTube video, we will simply use that in creating contents on Instagram. Alright? So people actually binge watch, binge reach, binge consume your contents. So they actually want more. Okay? How can you do that? I'll share with you the psychology behind it. Okay? So here's the overview on binge-worthy contents I usually share with my clients. So first is you need to understand the binge loop. Okay? You need to structure each piece of contents to make it bingeable, just like how YouTube videos hook you in watching for more. So we have I have steps here. So to make it okay, I want more, I want more, I want more. Then next is the binge cycle. Okay, so for a certain time duration, 1 week, 2 weeks, okay, you create series or set of contents talking about a specific topic on different angles while promoting a hand raiser. A hand raiser is more like, who wants a big cookies? Me, I want big cookies. I want hand raiser. That's what we call hand raiser. You're giving people opportunity. Okay, I created something. Who wants this? Me. So now you're not forcing people to have conversations with you. You're simply offering value. So low risk, high reward information offer. A lot of people, they don't want to simply jump on a call with you because they know they're skeptical. Once I hop on a call with you, you will sell me something. So I won't hop on a call with you. Okay? If people have that mindset, mentality, they won't book a call with you. So how do you address this? How do we solve this? Using hand raiser. Okay? But we promote that using our binge worthy contents. So that's why we have a binge cycle. Okay? So we talk about this certain problem on different angles. Okay? But we're giving people quick wins, insights, strategies, or what. But we're already directing them to specific hand raiser. So that's our goal. We make them feel satisfied because they're getting something. So we don't overwhelm them with everything all at once. So they keep wanting for more. But they're never full because they need to watch this or get this thing or join this. So that's the hand raiser strategy. So that's our strategy for people who are in the consider stage. So we need to show proof. We need to show our process to these people. We can't share our entire process in short, bite-sized content. So it's hard to do that, to address everything, to share everything. Right? Just like what we're watching right now, this is a hand raiser. So I'm sharing with you the step-by-step process. Okay? So it's easier for people. Okay, I don't need to hop on a call with them just to learn about this. Okay? We lower the barrier for people to have access to you so they're more open to seek help. Okay? And then we promote your hand raiser on your content and also in your story. Then you need to understand the principles on how to actually promote your hand raiser on your IG stories, or maybe not just your hand raiser or also your clarity call. Okay. And then you do it at least once to twice a week. Okay. You're offering people, hey, do you want this? Do you want this? Do you want this? So that you can have a reason to have conversations with them. A lot of coaches, they underestimate why we have IG stories. They're not utilizing it on their own advantage. They're just waiting, waiting, waiting. Or, I don't want to start a conversation with this person. Like, okay, then don't. Give people an opportunity to have conversation with you, right? That's why we use IG stories. We use certain sequences in order to have to initiate or start conversations with people. And then when you're now in a conversation, you will notice two types of potential clients. People who are on the other side feeling helpless, I can solve it, like I'm doomed, I'm a failure, I will never get this right. Or they're overconfident, I can do it by myself, but they don't get the result. So so how do we handle these people? How do you frame our conversations so that okay, we can move them to a safe zone for so that we can offer a call invite? I have four-step process here. So it's important to ask the right questions at the right time so people will be more open to hop on a call with you. It's really important that you understand the psychology behind it. Okay? The next stage is commit. So our strategy when people already said yes to a call, okay, how can I make sure that this person is the right person for my program, for my service? I can really help them make better decisions for themselves. Okay? Because that's the goal is we only hop on calls who are our ideal clients. Because if you don't pre-qualify beforehand, you simply I can offer your help with everything, like you will have lower conversion rate. If you simply help everyone with everything, but if you pre-qualify, if you know I'm only helping this kind of people before you invite them into a call, you will have a higher chances for conversion. And then during that call, you need a call success flow. How you will structure your call so that you can guide people through series of questions and steps until in the end you don't feel icky or salesy pitching your offer. Okay, so a lot of coaches they don't convert in calls because of two reasons. Either they feel obliged to follow the prospect's lead. It's like that client, how can you help me? Like, wait, like tell me your prices. Like you're losing authority just by doing that. Okay? You need to take charge. You need to be the leader in that call. Okay? And without a focused structure, that call can be scattered. You can talk about a lot of things and then end up, okay, you are giving out free advice, solving their problems, so they will feel like they don't need your help anymore. So that's the biggest problem. Okay? So, and then another reason is maybe you're rushing the call, or maybe you only have 15 minutes for the call. So, of course, if you don't have that big enough credibility yet, or you don't have enough social proofs yet, or you haven't worked with a lot of clients yet, offering very short call time won't help you get people to say yes. Okay, so 30 minutes is minimum, 30 minutes, 45, 1 hour, it's up to you. Okay, because when you rush the conversation and jump straight into pitching your offer, your program, you will miss the important details about your prospect's pain points and deeper motivation, which you will use to sell your offer. If people don't have this emotional connection with their problems, oh, I need to solve this right now, or I cannot do this by myself, if they're thinking that, they're more likely to say yes to you. But if you haven't dug deeper into their problems, you don't give enough time, they won't have the urgency to hire a coach like you. Okay? So the solution here is you need a call success flow. So I have three phases here. So first phase, second phase, third phase, and then I have scripts there. And then usually you're not reliant on scripts, but you can prepare in advance. Okay, so even if you're okay, we've been talking a lot of things, I can still go back because you have a specific structure on how to do your calls. I need to be asking this set of questions, and you understand why I need to ask this because later on these answers, I will use it when I'm pitching my offer. Okay? So our goal here is to move people from I'm not sure to getting clarity to having certainty and having conviction that you can really help them get results. Okay? Because our job is to make people feel certain, have the conviction because you yourself have conviction in what you offer. Okay? So if you don't believe in your offer, like, oh my God, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Okay? So here's a recap. In Trust Magnet, our goal is to create binge-worthy content. How can you make people feel satisfied but never full? So they keep wanting for more. So I'll be sharing with you like how do you emotionally connect with people? How do you use the right hooks that make people lean in? Okay, that really help you have more views. Okay, once you get more views, how can you retain? How can you make people engage? How can you make people comment? The right people, not just your colleagues commenting. Okay, because that's very common. Like, yes, you're getting comments, engagement, but it's from your colleagues. Like, what's the point? Okay. Then, if you don't want to have conversation with people, you feel, I don't want to start a conversation with people, you offer a hand raiser. And you promote that using our contents, visuality contents, and then IG stories. And then once they already responded to your stories, then you start conversations using the conversation framework. And then when they said yes to your call, then you go through the call success flow. And then if you're more advanced, you can simply automate email sequence. Especially if you're offering like a webinar, a masterclass, you can do email sequence to follow up people until they commit. So in trust magnet selling, we simply raise people's level of awareness until they're ready to buy. No chasing, no hard selling. We simply sell the next best step and we let our contents do the talking for us. Okay, that's why it's really important that you are very crystal clear with your niche, who exactly you help, or what specific problems you're helping people solve. If you want to sign your next 5 to 10 clients without months of nurturing or endless follow up, and finally, speed up your sales process. So I invite you to try Trust Magnet Selling. Based on what I just shared here, somehow you have an idea. A lot of coaches, maybe they're doing this, but maybe not in the right sequence or maybe not optimized as a whole. So there's a problem with that. Okay? So here's a recap on everything I shared here. So inside Trust Magnet Selling, you understand the buyer's belief journey. You now know when people commit to change. And also you know a strategy to speed up your sales process without waiting for people, long back and forth conversations. Do you need help or not? Okay. Trust Magnet Selling is one of the key pillars inside my program, Sold by Energy program. Remember earlier, I said the sold by energy. When people are sold by energy, it's easier to sell the next best step because they already trust you. Okay? But they cannot trust you if you don't have anything for sale or it's not tangible enough for people. Okay? It's so hard to make it tangible if you're not clear enough with who exactly you help, what's the best offer you can offer to people, considering your credentials, your experiences, your certifications, all of your experiences, you need to sell a signature niche offer. Okay? Because if you're selling everything to everyone, it's so hard to create a hand raiser to do the trust magnet selling. Okay? And then the energy leverage system is how can you stay consistent and be accountable or stick to the plan. Okay? Because a lot of people, it didn't work. Like, I will start sabotage. I will do this. Or you're fighting against your energy levels. Okay? How can you leverage your energy so you don't hustle 24/7 looking for new clients time to time? So that's energy leverage system. Okay? So if you want to learn more about my program Sold by Energy and how will this help you sign consistent clients on repeat so you don't end up constantly waiting, having back and forth conversations with people, book a call with me. I will leave my booking link below. So book a call with me or maybe you can message me on Instagram Energy and you can go from there. And I can guarantee after our call, you will leave with so much clarity on what should be your next best steps, regardless whether you work with me or not. Because I am detached with anyone working with me because I'm here to actually help people like you, help more people because the world need more coaches than ever before. So I think that's all for today. Thank you for your time. Bye bye.